And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talesian. There you are, and here I am. And today, on Fantasy Friday, we're going to be doing Lord of the Rings Online. We are currently working in the Mirkwood. We are getting ready to get to an interesting part in the quest line. I hope you guys will enjoy today. So let's go ahead and log in and get started here. It's been a busy week, let me tell you. I'm glad. Last week, my partner and I went to Laughlin, had a great time. But we're back home now, and we're just relaxing a bit, taking things easy today. Had some sushi for lunch. Nummy, nummy, nummy sushi. And getting ready to do some exploring, questing, and deeding here in Mirkwood. Now, looking at things here real quick, looking at the calendar, today is the 16th. We are coming up to the end of LI Reward Track 13. That's going to end on the 20th. Also, we're in the middle of the Bree Forester Crafting event. Excuse me, Combe Forester Crafting event. Myrtle Mint will arrive on the 21st, and on the 22nd will be the Treasure Buggin event, which we'll probably do a little bit of. But with only a few days left, I'm like far behind on the calendars. You can see I'm only up to like 22. I'm hoping to at least make 25. And get the Incomparable Coffer of the Dragon's Hoard. There'll be some ancient script and a Dragon's Hoard collection, which would be nice for the kin house. So let's see what sort of damage we can get done today here. We'll take a look at here, see where we need to go. Got lots of places to go. We're going to be heading primarily to the south and the west, it looks like. So let's head south. Call up my elk. Oh, okay, there's Dundurian. Let's see. Okay, we'll come back to him. I don't even know. I don't know if I even have that quest. One of the quests to turn in, probably. We'll come back to it, though. Let's see here. Where are we going today? We're going to head this way, I do believe. Got a couple of quests out in this part of out in the Dower Stocks. The gravestones. Yes, a peculiar tomb. Read the first gravestone. We'll go ahead and read that first gravestone here. By the way, to refresh the quest one, it's called a peculiar tomb. Adrian Fair, a ranger who travels with the Malahadrium, shows more curiosity than the elves for what has come to pass in this abandoned town. The shades that steer here are strange, and Idnifar would like to know the history of Oglahen. So that's what we're going to find out. So we'll go ahead and read the first gravestone. Here lieth Fitzradegern, age 31, who perished from natural causes on July 2nd, 2461 of the Third Age. Okay. Read the next gravestone. Here lies Halcheth, age 19, who perished from illness on June 30 of 2461 of the Third Age. Okay. Let's read the third gravestone. Here lies Betterment, age 41, who took his own life on July 4th of 2461 of the Third Age. It's all very close together. Where's the next gravestone? This one's mostly... not a whole lot of this one here. Here lies Vadigus, age 27, who fell to his death on July 1st, 2461 of the Third Age. As you near this gravestone, you see that it is completely blank. That's weird. And it's glowing too, look at that. Alright, we'll go ahead and go back to Idren Fair. That's weird. Why would there be a completely blank stone? Trying to see what else is around here. Okay. Nothing else. Alright, so let's head south. Okay, we're in the area of the quest now. You go ahead and power up because you never know what's going to jump you out here. Earlier today, there was a Nazgul that appeared in Enedwaith that I went ahead and helped take down. Oh, I died a number of times. It was not fun, let me tell you. Hack Howler's Hill. Okay. So this must be where I use the wolf whistle at to summon the Howling of the Hill. Use the wolf whistle to summon the wolf keeper and defeat him. There we go. Go ahead and clear off a couple of these wolves around here so I don't have to worry about them too much. Alright, let's go ahead and defeat the Wolf Master if I can. Alright, the Wolf Keeper has been defeated. So let's see, if I get rid of a peculiar tune, enemy upon the threshold, drowned wood, the road to Emilum, it's all complete, and howling on the hill. So those are the other quests that I have, so... Taste of War. Closely at the Forgotten Graveyard South. Okay, so I actually need to go back to that graveyard. And I need to look at it. So that was part of a quest that I got from Bingo. But I can always take care of a few of these wolves while I'm out here. This graveyard is ancient and most of the stones are faded and unreadable. Okay. So that's a Taste of War. So the other two quests I have are to the west and then over near Burzel Stags. So let's go ahead and head west for right now. We'll go ahead and head this way and see what we can find. Not that far away, so that's good. And the quest is a dangerous lair. So that's to summon and defeat the Dowerstock's Lair Spinner. Ah. Alright, well that's our first wraith of the day. I have a feeling today is going to be filled with them. See, I'm just trying to make sure it's got to be right there. Is the enormous cocoon? That's probably what I have to trip. Yep. And there we go. There's the lair spinner defeated. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that boss. The boss that's just standing there looking so needed to take out. Like that. And then we'll take care of a few more of these spiders and then we'll head on out of here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I need to head out to the north up to take out Burzelstads. I need to take out Talutnium. So we'll go ahead and head over there and take him out. Hopefully this time I won't get one of those, you know, small fellowship wraiths that decides to just plop his ass down and guard him for me. That was fun. There we go. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set it as my quest focus so I've got the little icon on the map. It always helps. I'm going to take out a few more goblins while I'm here too. That's always good. Company? Yeah. Alright, where is it? Somebody summoned one. There he is down there. See if I can get in on it real quick. I didn't get the, that's weird. I didn't get the, well, that sucks. I didn't get the, Wraith for that one. That's or the Tattered Shadows for that one. That one sucked. Oh well. It did give me progress on the track though, I do believe. Yeah, it did give me progress on the track, so I'll take that, I guess. Just kind of disappointing. I was really hoping for the Tattered Shadows. I know I still have room. I only have like 110, so. Which way do I need to go? Back up there. Okay. We'll take you out. There he is. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Well, that one was a little, You got any treasure in here? Nothing of any interest. Oh, well. Alright. So that's the only last one so let's head back to the inn. We'll go ahead and port back. Since I have a... Should have a waypoint for that. Yep, Haunted in Mirkwood right there. So we'll go ahead and turn that back in. I also got a bunch of steel tokens too. I may have to make a quick trip to Bree and see what I can pick up with those. We are still in the middle of the Anniversary Festival. By the way, the Anniversary Festival has been extended until June the 3rd, I want to say. Yes, June the 3rd. June the 2nd, 3rd is when the Anniversary Festival has been extended to. So keep that in mind. So there's still some more time because there was a bug with the wrapper where you, instead of just doing the 7 quests, you had to do 7 quests and 7 of the scavenger hunts too. They went ahead and fixed that today's patch. Looks like I got a bunch of quests to turn in here, so let's go ahead and take care of these.
How can I be of service?
Howling on the Hill, that is the one for... Excuse me. That was the Wolfmaster. Good. I'm glad we outrid the Orc who twists the animals here for his evil purposes. You've done well indeed, and I thank you for your efforts on behalf of the Golden Host. And Idren Affair, she was the one that wanted... Or was she or he? He was the one who wanted me to go to the graveyard and read the different gravestones.
What can I do for you?
Peculiar. It sounds of all those who were buried around the same time died of different causes. Why would this place be haunted by Oathbreakers if the deaths were things like sickness and natural causes? And the blank gravestone does not make any sense at all. The ages, too, give me doubt. These were young folk. Their deaths were so close to one another. Something is amiss, and I wonder if there are more clues about the town. And they both have new quests, so we'll go ahead and pick those up.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Unconvincing innocence. It is a riddle indeed, and my curiosity is far from satisfied. While many of the shades seem hostile, surely some will not be so, if you approach them in peace. What I'm proposing is that I hope you will make another try at uncovering the full tale behind this town. Cross the bridge into Eldrigheim and learn if any of the spirits will have words with you. I'm sure there's a story there to be unearthed. I'm most interested in that blank gravestone. But I would not be surprised if we're all tied together in some strange event. With Dol Guldur so near, this town cannot have had a happy end. And Prestidir.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Tokens of fealty. I too am interested in what you had to tell at the graveyard. I find I'm ill at ease at this place. My curiosity's been raised by your tales of stones in the pot below. The elves care not for the troubles of men long departed from this world, but they hold a great interest for me. East of here, across the bridge, you'll find a town that fell long ago. I believe it's called Oglaheim. And there are many shades there. Fell spirits of the enemy do not trouble me, but I believe there is something more to this place, and I wish to know what it is. Will you confront the shades? I do not think they are wholly evil. Perhaps they bear some knowledge that will reveal what befell this place. Okay. So it looks like I'll be heading back there. What is my Malahadram reputation at, by the way? It is still acquaintance, so I'm still working on things. Oh, that's something I have not checked in a while. Can I reforge my weapon? I can reforge my weapons. I think we are going to be making a quick trip to the Word Horde of Gobatham. Because I should still have about 1,000 or so ancient script. 1,200. And I even think I still have a legendary... I still have a shattered tracery, which means I can get an incomparable tracery for that new home. At least one of them, anyway. So we will reforge the bow of the new forest. All tracery shots can be upgraded to level 65. No new slots have been unlocked. I've got the runes to do that easy. And Albion, the Sword of Wayland. Same thing. All the tracery slots can be upgraded to 65. And I know I have the runes for those. I've been saving my runes just for this. I've got 18 of the +3 level 50 runes. So we're going to be going ahead and... We're going to go ahead and upgrade the weapon full bore now. Let's do that real quick. We'll start with the sword. There we go. So we'll use a... I gotta move them out of here. Unfortunately, I cannot use them in here. It does not allow me the option to use them. So we'll move the 3s and the 2s. I've got 47 of those, so we'll move those out. There we go. There we go. I forgot to do this the last session. I should have done this, but now I got all my rune 65, which increases everything across the board, including damage. So now we'll go ahead and do the bow of the new forest. Oh, darn it. There we go. Come on. Let's get this up to 65 across the board here, because I'm sitting on these runes just for this purpose. There we go. And we'll go ahead and gather those runes back. And now both my sword and my bow have been increased. Check my stats real quick. Yeah, my stats are still looking good. My defense is kind of stuck still. I really need to work on my resistance. Am I wearing the resistance stone? 180. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's switch to that one. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay.
Swilight Melon.
And I got no item available for forging, so we're now done. And we'll talk to Furnishar.
What do you need?
The dangerous lair. That was the one who wanted me to head back to the, get the lair spinner. Very good. The spider threat is greatly lessened now, thanks to you. The Malahadrum owe you much. And we can go ahead and talk to Bingo, because he wanted to turn me in, have me turn in a taste of war.
I spoke with one of the rangers, and she gave me a lovely book of recipes.
Your description of the areas make them sound much as I expected. Tumbled down in disrepair. Folk have not lived in this town for a very long time, and it feels to me that unhappiness lies upon it like a shroud. While you were gone, I spoke with one of the rangers, Aludilin, and she gave me a lovely book of recipes. Perhaps I will work to bring some measure of cheer and comfort to this tavern by preparing one of the recipes for this book. Yes, that would be just the thing. But I will need to choose one to make, and that will not be an easy task.
A tasty breakfast would be just the thing.
First breakfast, as compared to second breakfast. I've been leafing through this recipe book that was given me by Odalin and tried to decide upon what meal to prepare, and I think I finally settled upon one. A tasty breakfast would be just the thing, and I've been quite hungry ever since we came into this wood. Now, this recipe does seem to be rather exotic, but I think it would be just perfect for our stay within Mirkwood. It calls for some marshy taters, a little sage, some mint for seasoning, the meat of several crows, and choice cuts of spider. Oh my, I do not know about that. Perhaps if the meat is prepared just right, will it not be unsuitable? I am dubious, but let us see how it goes. I will try to keep an open mind. After all, I did not wish to have new experiences. I could have stayed back in the Shire. The author of this book must not have liked the Workwood, for the scriptures always refer to the Greenwood the Great. That's very quaint. It seems that some of the ingredients can be found in the southern swamps, though the Scuttledells, by the town south of Ostgalad, and the tower to the east of it. It is difficult to tell because the author refers to these places with different names than those that we know of. First breakfast. Oh, yay. Let's see. I am still an acquaintance. I don't know if I can pick up the...
What do you need?
The port here. Potions, pocket knives, bracelets. I already pick up the charm from here? Mark of the Fellowship. Okay. Oh, it looks like I have a bunch of places to go. But we're going to head over across the bridge first. I'm going to add these in so we can get them turned in. Oh, some of them are all the way back at the near Amon Angrid. So we'll go ahead. Let's turn in some of these quests first. Let's get them off my books.
What can I do for you?
Okay, we can swift travel to Eched Syrian. And that will take me all the way back here, and then we're close to one of the quest turn-ins. So let's do that. We're going to get a couple quests turned in. Like I said, my goal is to try to make it at least level 25 on the reward track, because I'd like to see what's in that dragon horde. And of course, I can always use the ancient script too. So now I want to turn in this quest. Let me go ahead and clear the record here. Find out which one it is. Ah, it's Enemy Upon the Threshold. Talk to Glamladud at Icha Glamladud. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I need a Crabane meat anyway, so... And I can definitely always use more magnificent hides for crafting. Ah, and there it is right there. And a quest turned in and another quest to do. Itchad Glemlodud. 2 more. Okay, bunch of quests here. So a little bit of a mini quest hub. We'll go ahead and take care of it. Enemy upon the threshold.
How can I be of service?
You have come from Itchad Serion? That is well, for we are in dire need of your assistance. And I've done the advanced. I've completed 30 quests into the Black and Twisted Forest, which opens up the new deeds of Mirkwood, which is complete the Explorer, the Questing, and the Slayer deed for all of Mirkwood. 100 marks, 300 motes of enchantment, and 1,200 reputation with the Malahadrum, on top of all the other one stuff, and 15 more LOTRO points. Can't tell me no on LOTRO points.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Springing the traps. The orcs of Dol Guldur have established a camp at Ashur's Mouthflug, not far to the southwest of here. Unfortunately, we learned there's also a kennel of wargs located to the south. Goldenwind will have more knowledge of that camp, as she's the one who discovered it. When I tried to get closer to Ashur's Mouthflug, I nearly set off a trap set by the orcs. I found no others, which I thought was strange, until I realized that they were perhaps spread out to discourage larger forces from moving against them. If you would, search fields between here and Ashur's Mouthflug and see if you can find any more traps. Disarm any that you can find. Eventually, we will want to camp that track directly, and then return to me. Norden.
Will you lend me your ear?
Burning dinner. Greetings. Might I have a word with you? Goldwind believes we can only reduce the threat of the wargs by destroying both the beasts and their handlers. I, however, believe there's a much more efficient way to handle them. Destroy their sustenance. When next you enter Madlur, look for the barrels of food for the wargs. Destroy these, then the wargs and their handlers will be forced to retreat or at least refrain from foraying against us. This flint, steel, and kindling should be of help. And he wants me to burn 6 barrels of warg food. Okay. Better than the Scooby snacks, I guess. And she has 3 quests. First one is a Howling on the Wind.
Mind my words, traveler.
I am sure you learned that there's a kennel of wargs kept by several goblins not far to the east of Ashur's Mouthflug. Mahaldalur is what the enemy calls it. This camp is surely where the wargs roaming the shores of the Murkeeves are coming from, and is a threat that we must deal with at once. I need you to enter Mahaldalur and defeat as many wargs as you can. When you completed your task, return to me. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and get rid of a couple of these quests here, so I can keep the active ones on track. Handling the handlers.
Will you lend me your ear?
Besides slaying the wargs, there's another way to make the warg breeding ineffective. Every camp has a leader, and these wargs have many handlers. If you would, go to Madhulur and defeat any goblin keepers you find. Perhaps by defeating the handlers, the wargs will be thrown into disarray. Okay, I can do that. And the last one is Killing the Wolf.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
In the end, I believe the only way to truly reduce the threat of the wargs is to defeat their leader. Cut off the head, and the serpent will die. Amid the wargs of Mahaldalur, there is a warg rider who leads them all. Defeat Atbaruk and his beast, and the wargs will surely be thrown into disarray. Okay. And that's all due south. So. Oh, company. Goblin Scout. Die. Now I have to find a trap somewhere around here. Now that you've seen one of the orc traps, you know what you're looking for. And I have to disarm 10 of them. We need some crabane meat, so we'll go ahead and take out a few of these bad boys. And we need to find some more traps. There's another one. And there's the crabane meat that I needed, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. Pull out a bit. Need to find some more traps. Alright, well, let's head in. Hey, wait a second, I didn't quite go all the way down. I thought I did. What I did? No, I'm out of the range now. Alright. We'll go ahead and continue on. And we'll see if we can find some more traps over in the camp area. I'm not seeing any more out here. Alright, we'll head on in. Maybe we'll find some traps in there, or we'll come out and some of the traps will respawn. I was right, there's one right here. And we're taking care of some of these orc foods too. I don't know, I still think a barrel of Scooby snacks would be better. Alright, there's the 6 warg foods. I need to retreat. I need to retreat. I need to retreat just a little bit because I got 2 people on me here. And now I got 3. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Alright. Alright, we survived that one. So I need 2 more warg keepers, 2 more wargs, and 6 more traps. And I still need 1 more war keeper. Got him. Let's see if he's going to make the trap disappear or not. No, he's not. Okay. I can still turn around and... No, I can't. I can't. He did make it disappear. At least momentarily. And there's number 9 right there. And the last trap is over here. Alright, where are you, Trap? missing one trap. One stinking little trap. One lousy little trap. There it is. I'm not gonna let Sauron know I've been working on the traps. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back across. I kicked off loading names, that's why I couldn't find it. That was my fault. And here we go. All 5 of the quests turned in.
What do you need?
The traps are disarmed? Very well done. Oh, do not go far. I have another task for you.
Stay a moment.
Removing the stinger. The traps were only one of many defenses Ashurg Malflag maintains. The orcs are also defended by several skilled archers. These archers are the outskirts for signs of approaching enemies. Defeat these archers or we will be unable to attack the camp. Okay, I could do that. Destroying their means.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
You have removed many of the defenses protecting Ashur's Malflug by disarming the traps, but there is more yet to do. Our forces in the Mirkwood are but a small portion of the company adventure from Lothlorien. We must weaken the enemy if we are to defeat them. I bid you to foray against the camp and destroy any weapon racks or crates of supplies you may find there. Without these, the orcs will be hard-pressed to defend themselves. Okay. And severing the sword arm.
Will you lend me your ear?
You have done well to weaken the orcs, but there's one vital task for you left to do. Sever this sword arm. Deep within there you'll find their captain, whom we learned is called Morshapat. He is a vicious creature of great skill in arms. Slay him and the orcs will be easy prey. Okay, I can probably do that.
Megavonen.
Their food burns. This as well. It will, however, take some time before we notice any results. A howling on the wind.
What can I do for you?
There were too many wargs for you to destroy utterly? Well, that is a pity, for we cannot hope to attack Ashur's Malflug while the beasts still wander. Handling the handlers.
Megavonen.
You have done well to defeat so many goblins, but I fear it is still not enough. This beast has many hands, but only one head.
What can I do for you?
Excellent work. The wargs of Mahal Ulu will still fear us now. You have earned the greatest reward and the gratitude of the Malahadrim. Alright. So now we're going to head further south, past the camp, and directly into Ashurg's Malfalug. Oh crap. And it's mournful. Of course it had to be mournful. Thank you. I got the Tattered Shadows for that one, so. I was completely buffless, too. That was scary. How am I doing on Tattered Shadow? 124, so I'm not doing too badly. We'll go ahead and scout outside the camp and then continue further south. Alright, here we go. Go ahead and take care of these crates of supplies. And the weapon racks. This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy, just going in and, you know, give me an area that's got like 5 or 6 quests in it, a nice little tight area. I'm having fun. There's more Sherpat. See if I can take him out real quick. One shot. Here we go. Alright, so it took 2. There we go. We'll go ahead and fast travel to each city and get myself out of trouble here. I think I have enough. Yeah. Let's see. One of these guys
May I
has
help
the.
you?
Is there aught which you
There we
need?
go. Guide to the Mirkwood. Yep, that's the hunter one. And all I need is returns you and your fellowship to the Mirkwood. So let's go ahead and grab that. The other one is the sail to
How
the
may I be
Mirkwood
of
and the
service
muster.
to
So I
you?
got that. That was what I needed
May
mostly.
I help you?
Let's see what we've got here. Potions, weapons, leggings, earrings, shoulders, and pauldrons. I currently have Tailor's Guild stuff mostly. I don't really think there's going to be many upgrades I'm going to need. Well, that's neat. Okay, so let's head now this way. Back to Itchad Glamadud. We'll turn in those quests. Destroying their means.
Megavonen.
Well done. The orcs will not be able to maintain their presence here much longer without those weapons and supplies. I have one task left for you, if you would hear me out. And I'm now level 63. Let me go ahead and remove the Guide to the Mirkwood off the bar. There we go. Removing the stinger.
How can I be of service?
Very well done yet again. However, there is still a great threat within Ashurk's Malfolog.
How can I be of service?
You have defeated Morshapat. Then victory is nearly ours. You have earned this reward. And he has one last quest for me.
Mind my words, traveler.
The enemy is upon us. Shadrantra, while you were out about your tasks, Thalasgon sent word that another enemy encampment has been discovered near the Ghostanon. You should speak at once with Daniswen and our waypost atop of Mon Angerned above us to the north. Yes, that was one that we went ahead and attacked and turned into a waypoint now. And it looks like there's several quests up here too. Just double checking around, seeing if there's anything interesting to spot. Like that wooden chest right there. Okay, that looks like everything that's here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and empty out my inventory real quick before I continue. Green tailor case. I already know. Woodworker don't care. Metalsmith don't care. 2 weaponsmith don't care. And just double check making sure none of these are... They're not. And it's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Boom. Okay. So now let's talk to Adana Sven and see what quest is here. The enemy is upon us.
How can I be of service?
Yes, it is true. Another orc camp has been discovered. I fear we have our work cut out for us.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
In the wake of the Golden Host. As you know, Fowlslagan has sent word of another orc encampment near the Gostan to the north. For what the scouts reported, the presence of the enemy has been nearly wiped out at that camp, but we must be certain before devoting resources to destroy it. I would ask you a favor. Patrol the lands to the north, especially along the road leading to the Gostan, to determine the strength of the foe. When you've completed your patrol, return here. Okay, that's not that far away. Let's see what other quests are here, because these 2 people also have quests. So let's see what they need. Thindil has 2 quests. The Arrows of the Malahadram.
Will you lend me your ear?
I have a task for you. When our forces ravaged the enemy in the Mirkwood, they left behind many spent arrows in the rush to press deeper into the southern Mirkwood. Now we see word that Malahadram are suffering a shortage of arrows. Would you go to the ruined camp of Falug to the west and see if you can find any of these spent arrows? It matters not whether they are broken or whole. We can make use of any. When you've collected them, bring them to me, and I can do that. Lord of Beasts.
Mind my words, traveler.
At Falug, our scouts have encountered a vicious warg who stalked them all the way back to our encampments. This creature is a threat to those of us who continue to patrol the wilds of the southern Mirkwood. Travel to Falug if you would, and put an end to this beast. For such a deed, you will receive what reward I may offer. Hurry, we cannot allow this warg to continue harrying our scouts. Gonglok is his name. We can do that. And Garfalas has at least 1 quest for me. 2. A dreadful boar.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Besides medicine, the Malahadram need food. We've seen few creatures fit to consume in this forest, but we must certainly continue to try. You can help with this. There are many boars now dwelling in the ruins of Falug, and as they live near the riverbanks, perhaps they not suffer the corruption of Dol Guldur. Would you hunt these boars and bring their meat to me? You will be compensated. But be wary though. Black Tusk, an immense boar of vicious temperament, rules over the boars. You'll need to slay him as well. And last, life after death.
Mind my words, traveler.
Greetings. Do you wish to be of assistance? Good. This waypoint is the beginning of the supply line our main force is fighting its way into Dol Guldur. There's some supplies we are short of, however. One of those is medicine. Fortunately, I think this shortage may be resolved quickly. It is said that life oft springs up where death has passed. Flowers sometimes grow where battle has occurred. If you go to the ruins of the Orc Camp Falug to the west, you will find Nimglir growing there. These flowers may be used in preparing medicines. Bring some to me, and you will be rewarded. So it looks like I have a whole bunch of quests over there, so we're going to hit those quests first. And then we'll go ahead and head over and patrol the road to the Gostanon. Alright, here we go. Think of some spent arrows from the Malahadram. Trust me, being a hunter, I know how important arrows are. Ah, there's some of the Ningalore that was mentioned. And there's Angalok taken care of. Okay. Wow, this today is really being difficult with these guys. Well, I tell you, today is really being difficult. I am going to have to make a trip to Esladin and talk to Maggie? Amelia. I have to talk to Amelia. Alright, that's everything here. Now let's go ahead and head over to the Gostanon. Which is this way. There he is. I knew there was something going on. Alright, so we're near where we need to be. You found nothing of note here. Wants me to continue on. You found nothing of note here. Continue onwards. You've discovered an enemy patrol. Whoopsie. Let's continue on. You have found nothing of note here. You have found the enemy encampment at Gostana. Bunch of warg scouts and darkwing spies, nothing of any note. No treasure, no mobs, other than the ones I mentioned. Alright. Let's head back to Amon Angerned. Something real quick here. Let me launch my Discord. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and turn in all these quests that I've got. We'll turn in these two over here, and we'll pick up this backpack. Somebody left a backpack. It's mine now. Arrows of the Malahadrum.
How can I be of service?
These arrows will be of great use to the Malahadrum, but they will not be enough. You've done as you were asked, so you deserve this reward.
Megavonen.
Agongolok has been defeated? That is a relief. And you have well earned this reward. And Gariphalos, the boar.
How can I be of service?
You have slain the great boar Black Tusk? Well done. Unfortunately, this meat is no good for provisions. Alas, the shadow of Dol Guldur reaches too far. Too far.
Megavonen.
Yes, these flowers will be of much value to us. Thank you. Now we'll go ahead and turn in the quest to Daniswen, which is to patrol the Gostanon.
What can I do for you?
Then the scout's reports were accurate? This will make our task much easier.
Mind my words, traveler.
Seeking signs. It is clear that a great battle was fought at the Gostanon and that the Malahadrim were the clear victors, for the orc camp lies in ruin. However, we must learn whether this is the route the host took eastwards. But if it is, then it would likely be the safest route for any reinforcements that may follow. Travel to the Gostanon and seek any signs you may find in the Malahadrim's passing, then return to me with your report. Don't imagine you encounter much resistance from the orcs there. They appear to be in disarray after their loss. The glory of the Malahadrim.
Will you lend me your ear?
It would behoove us to be certain that the orcs of the Gostanon do not regain their courage and inconvenience our forces moving through that area. To that end, I have a task for you. Take this banner and plant it upon a prominent place within the ruins of the orc encampment. This will likely enrage the enemy into attacking you, but you should be able to defend the banner for long enough they will become disheartened for you to have proved the glory of the Malahadrim. Return to me with the tale of your battle, and I will be pleased to know whether you've succeeded or not. Do not leave the banner unattended, or I will consider your task a failure. Defend it. And Rongal has at least one quest for me.
Stay a moment.
Sanchantra, if you are journeying again to the Gostanon, you may be able to effect a greater victory against the enemy than merely frightening them as Danasvan would have you do. I suggest you enter the camp and wipe the last vestiges of the enemy from the Gostanon. Our passage will then be assured for the duration of this expedition. Return to me when you've completed your task. Okay. So again, we head back to the Gostanon. Just double check me, make sure there's no further quests around here. Doesn't seem to be. Alright, so let's see what we can do. I found a Malahadrim weapon. That's one of the signs that I need. We'll go ahead and grab these weapons here. Now we're finally getting some music. I'm wondering where the music was. Alright, so this is the banner spot that I have to defend. Let's do it. 3 minutes I have to defend it. And they also count toward enemies too. That's good. Here, Orky, 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 Orky. Here, Orky, 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 Orky. Minute 40 to go. They're not worth any XP. How boring. 47 seconds. We get one more wave out of them. And maybe one more. There they come. All right, I've defended the banner of the Malahadrum. And defeated a wraith. Under 28 tattered shadows. I've been really picking them up again. Well, I don't have the shadowed kitty, but there's some other rewards at the different levels that I'm trying to get, and I did pick up a Morgul coin today, so. I may have, like I said, I may have to make a trip over there sometime before my next stream and see what I can pick up. We'll talk to Rongal first.
What can I do for you?
It seems that I was hasty in my judgment. It will take more than a single assault to drive the orcs out for good. Now we'll talk to Dana Swed, seeking signs.
What do you need?
You found these weapons throughout the area and even on the eastern side of the Kostanon? Then the Malahadrum did indeed take that route. This then shall be our road for reinforcements and supplies. I've now become a friend to the Malahadrum.
What can I do for you?
The glory of the Malahadrum. You have earned a great honor in the eyes of Malahadrum and of all of the Galadrim. I fear, however, this may not be the last time we'll need to make such a show of strength. And I'm working now toward ally. Yeah, I am now friend to the Malahadrum, and I picked up 10 more LOTRO points.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
The enemy in the east. I have received word from Falskalong and Eched Sirion. The second enemy encampment has been discovered. It appears, though, this encampment is not nearly the threat that Asher's Marthalung had been. You should travel to Eched Marthaland, far to the northeast from here, in the western part of the Dowerstocks, and speak with the patrol captain Mothlian. He'll be able to tell you more. Alright. Looks like I have done everything I can do here. Let me go ahead and empty out my inventory. Ooh, Supreme Scholar. Already got it. Alright. It's actually closer to the Dower Stocks than where I am, so we'll go ahead and port back to the Haunted Inn. And we'll head there. So we will see. Okay. Want to head. Yep, head west. Oh. Ah, and this is the camp. I've already started doing some of the quests here. So we'll go ahead and pick them up. So we'll talk to Mothlan first.
How can I be of service?
Welcome, though I wish it were under less disturbing circumstances. Something weird is afoot in this place, and we need your help in learning exactly what it is. Now, I've already done some of the quests here. And we'll be turning in Crushing Resistance, which is the Goblin Deserters.
What do you need?
Well done. The Goblins of Bursal Stag will not likely recover from that level, unless a new leader comes among them. And Lavantferan. He's got 3 quests. A Cloud of Bats.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Alas, I've been proven a coward when I should show no fear. When I was scouting for the location in Burgle Stars, I was swarmed by bats. These vile creatures are not the cause of my fear, however. Among them was a great creature that emanated terror. I have no doubt that it was a vampire, such as those which once dwelt on the lands ages past. In my terror, I dropped my satchel. It contains many items that may be used to the enemy and must be retrieved. But I cannot face that creature again. I ask you to face Karcharan and recover my satchel. He inhabits a cave in Gothoram, to the northeast of here, beyond Bursal Stag. While you're about this task, please slay as many of those vile bats as you can. Okay. Attercop.
Will you lend me your ear?
If you're willing to aid me, I could use your help. When I was scouting for the location of Bursal Stag, I came across a great spider. I cannot walk in these woods or kindred of old are not perjured of these creatures. Defeat as many spiders as you may, and their vile mistress Lehildil. Her lair, I believe, is at the Dreadweavers there, southeast of here. The main boss I already took out, 3 times? Okay, we can do it again. And muzzling the pack.
Stay a moment.
Please stay and speak with me. While my companions fret over the strange happenings at Bursal Stag, my forays into the western Dowerstocks have discovered more threats, and no less dangerous in my opinion. One of these threats is the Black Wolves. These beasts are vicious and unpredictable. I've also seen a great wolf, which I've named Blackmaw. His low lies some distance to the southeast here at Packhowler's Hill. I bid you to go forth and defeat as many of the wolves as you can and lay low Black Maw. Okay. Alright, so let's head south first. Do I have this campsite fire? Current camp, the Dower Stock. So I do. Let's just be safe. We'll go ahead and mark that campsite fire. There we go. Now I can get back to this location very quickly. Got him. How am I doing on the reward track? Almost up to 25. I just wanted to make it to 25. That was all I was worried about. Alright, well, I'm almost at Packhowler's Hill. Oh, I've actually got the, there we go. There's one. Oh, and I have to defeat 5 spiders, too. Here, spider, 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 spider. Here, spider, 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 spider. That's my spider call. Doesn't seem to work very well, does it? Fine, I'm just going to sit right here and I'm going to wait for a spider to appear. And when that next spider appears, I am going to kill it. See? S-I-T. Sit. Right here on this spot because I want a spider. And there's one right there. And we'll take her out again. That'll count as a spider too. Well, it looks like my sitting and being upset about spiders helped. So next is that way. That is Pack Howler's Hill. So we're going to head toward Pack Howler's Hill. Here's how does that help my resistance system? It increases it considerably. There's Blackmaw right there. There are the 10 wolves. Now I just need one more bat. Let me add the first breakfast. Oh no, they're all scattered all over the place. It's going to be a while for that one. So let's head that way. So we want to head that way. We want to start heading toward a cloud of bats. And I'm still working on deeding my way through. I've got 134 of 200, so I still need like 60. And I don't need more of those. Definitely don't need too many more of those. Did I not get... Okay, I'm getting them. They just didn't show up on my tracker. That was kind of weird. And the bats I can leave alone now because they don't really give me a whole lot of rewards that I need. The wolves, however, they give me crafting materials, so they're always worth killing if I see them. It looks like we're coming up on that cave. Is it down here? Must be it. And there's the stolen satchel that I need. Alright. So now we can go ahead and use my campsite fire and go right back and turn in those 3 quests. Very handy. That's one of the reasons why I like being a hunter. Is I've got all of these travel modes right here. I can get to, plus I went ahead and bought a couple extra of these just to make my life a lot easier too. A cloud of bats.
What can I do for you?
Ah, you destroyed Carteran and recovered my satchel? That as well. You greatly deserve this reward. Adercop.
What do you need?
I am pleased you're able to slay that vile Spider Queen. You have earned this reward.
How can I be of service?
Muzzling the pack. It is well that you have returned victorious. Such evil cannot be allowed to persist in this place, which was once the fair Greenwood. And that's everything. All right. All right, so we want to head back to the Dower Stocks. So we'll head back to the Haunted Inn. And then we'll head across the bridge, and we'll go ahead and try to talk to the Shades and find those tokens of fealty. The Greenwood makes a lovely home. There's a Shade to talk to. Who are you, and why do you disturb our peaceful town? Why do you pry? We have nothing to hide. Our forest is fair and its resources plentiful. Our folk want for naught. Leave us be. We are but simple woodsmen and have been so for many centuries. Many of our folk are set in their ways, but a little change has never hurt anyone. There's always room for people to grow. And what better time could there be for us to grow and change for the better? The graveyard, you ask? What of it? Every mortal creature must die, and so we bury them, as is our tradition. There is nothing unusual at Oglahem. Now move along, or you shall be sorry. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and leave. Nothing to see here, just picking up a few fell coins, clearing a few of these shades out. Maybe a bat or two if I see it. Nothing to see here. We're fine. We're safe. We're back at the inn. We'll talk to Indrenfair about the unconvincing evidence.
What do you need?
Now that is a curious tale. Some points caught my interest as you conveyed the Shade's message. He spoke of fair threes as if he still sees Mirkwood as it was before the watchful peace ended. He also mentioned that his folk was simple, but their change seemed to be imminent. Based on the years of those tombstones, Sage assumed that the Dark Lord's reclamation of his seat at Dol Guldur was the change of which he had spoke. So the Dark Lord came, naturally. But how did the woodsman receive him? We're getting closer to an answer, but it is a shame the Shade did not offer the whole story.
Would you do something for me?
Bitter seeds of Ogdaheim. So, we are armed with at least the knowledge that there is a mystery. Shade's words were very contrary to the stark reality which we bear witness today. There is much evidence that the accursed folk became tied to the Dark Lord in the second year of his sojourn at Dol Guldur, but we must now look deeper. We have given the Shade a chance to tell their own story, but it seems they wish the truth hidden from us. You search everything but the Shades themselves when you go to Oglaheim this time. Seek some evidence of the necromancer's influence and search for any signs of violence, or perhaps a stockpile of weapons. If you can find these things, we will gain more of an understanding of the events that occurred there. And Prestidier wanted me to find the tokens of fealty.
What do you need?
Now this is a bewildering find. Let me see those. These coins, you surely notice, are tokens of fealty to the necromancer in Dol Guldur. They are from nearly 600 years ago, when this simple town of woodsmen was filled with warm-blooded folk, and not the cold spirits that lingered and cursed their age. These were gifts, and some pack was exchanged with Dol Guldur. But what happened here? For a cruel fate has made these people linger to fill the very air with such wicked dread.
Might I take a moment of your time?
What came to pass? The Dark Lord is a remarkable talent for corrupting nearly all that is good, but even he cannot doom mortal men to remain cursed after death by association alone. Such a curse would only take hold in the deepest of betrayals, when the hearts of men are willingly inclined to evil, and only by the greatest of powers can the spirits of men be held to this world. These tokens of fealty are surely the only beginnings of that story. The necromancer persuaded his woods-dwelling neighbors to swear allegiance to him. But what after that? I have my suspicions. One hears often of such tales. We used to search the rubble of town to see if any history can be found. Perhaps there are records kept by these woodsmen in the months preceding or following the intrusion of Dol Guldur. Alright. Let me go ahead and empty out my inventory. There's not much there. Company, Another wraith. Well, at least I got a steel token for that one. How many of those do I have? I got 68 of them. I should be able to buy a few things with those at the end of my stream today. There's some loose earth over there. That might be part of something I'm looking for. Uncovering a battered book with several leaves missing, buried in the foundation of an old building. Okay. Okay, now I need to find the rest of the bitter scenes. Evidence of violence, old weapons, or the sign of the necromancer's influence. Interesting. Nothing. Nope. You have found some very old bloodstains. Surely a gruesome scene took place here. Okay, that's part of it. I need to find the weapons or the signs of the necromancer. Alright, well, it looks like I'm going to need a little bit of help on this one. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the quest information on the LOTRO wiki. Because obviously I'm going to need some... I'm going to need some help to find those walkthrough notes. There we go. This is one of the nice things that I like about LOTRO Wiki. You found a pile of weapons discarded out of sight. That's why I couldn't find them. It's not marked or anything. It's just there. I'm going the right way. Okay, it's over there. Like it's up. You have found a shrine of tribute to the necromancer. All right, now we can go back to the inn. Turn both these quests in. Idrin affair?
What can I do for you?
I think I see. How's that? But I suspect there would be something of this nature. There was murder in this town. Of that you've seen strong evidence. Here's what I think the condemned shade meant when he said that many of the folk were set in their ways, and the change was coming. The change was the Dark Lord, and some men had resisted. I believe the shades trapped here have done their best to pretend that the evil events never happened, though it means their redemption will never be achieved. Even the gravestones lie. These shades believe that all was just as it was before the necromancer corrupted them. The murderers are buried, collectively hidden. All were guilty, and all are determined to deny the truth. And pressed a tear, what came to pass.
Greetings.
And this was just what I was hoping for. I'm not surprised that someone took the time to bury it. Many pages are missing, as you can see, as is the case with many aged books, but these were deliberately ripped out. It is not a fine coincidence pages were removed from Third Age 2461, in the same week that marks the accidental deaths of many folks who rest in the graveyard yonder. I would dearly like to find those missing pages, or at least hear the account that is missing from this book. And he's got another quest for me.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The Scattered Tales of Ogdaham. So it appears that someone kept a faithful record, but that record was not to the liking of those who carried out the murders. If you're still interested in the story of this town, you should look into finding the missing pages. Perhaps they've been destroyed, and perhaps not. But where to start? In the case of missing relics, sometimes it's best to start where you begin. That blank gravestone was the first thing to rouse my interest in this mystery, and perhaps I can tell us more now. Okay. We can do that. Go ahead and do that. The Record Keeper of Ogdaham. I should have stood with the four who resisted, but I did not. I watched it all happen. Only when they had perished did I feel the effects of the true evil that was at work in Ogdaham. Too late did I record the truth. When they had found what I had written, they came after me as well, but I had anticipated them. Here is a copy of the truth that was destroyed. Let this be my last effort on behalf of the true heroes of Ogdaham who resisted the evil corruptions of the necromancer. Our blindness was our undoing. Yes, the necromancer came and promised much, and we saw the opportunity for progress and prosperity. The four that stood against him attacked the altar, and we cut them down in the name of Dol Guldur. They cursed us as they fell. My oath is fulfilled. My redemption nigh. It was all too late. Too late. Damn it. Well, that's weird. Let's try it again. There we go.
What do you need?
Ah, you found the lost pages. I am astounded. May I take a look? Ah, at last the truth. And so it all comes together. Some of the townsmen resisted and they were executed by their own folk. Well, that settles the mystery. The guilty shade you spoke to before was the one who had led the movement to accept the necromancer's advances here. He was also the one who led in the murders. Everything is documented in this account, until the record keeper writes of his own guilt for not standing up for his fallen townsfolk. Yet he writes that he knows his enemy will destroy the truth and execute him as well. This is the last entry, by his hand.
Stay a moment.
The accursed city. Well, we have the truth now, but it should not stop here. The murderers should not be allowed to dwell under their curse in this way, their guilt smothered and pacified by denial and lies. You must confront the shade again, but armed with the truth this time. Wish to see if he will admit his wrongdoing like an honorable man. But somehow, I doubt he will. The mystery is solved, but what good is it if the murders are allowed to endure? You will do much for the memory of those worthy men who perished in the horrible time for Old Clahane.
No, it is impossible. That story is no longer true. We destroyed the past and moved on with our lives. Why do you disturb our long peace with evils better left buried? This tale cannot be allowed to endure. You shall pay dearly for your meddling, outsider. Get out of here.
You take care, Mythic Dawn. It was good seeing you, my friend. Oh. Oh, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, I hate that. There's some flasks in PoE that are just absolutely god-awful horrid. And I don't understand why they made them. I mean, because you get this wonderful, unique flask. You figure, okay, your build is set. And it's junk. Frustrating, let me tell you. Well, good luck to you. I hope you're able to finish that Scion build.
Greetings.
Welcome back. You have done a very good deed in the name of those who fell while resisting the Dark Lord's evil influences. It is a tragic tale, but it is for the best that you did not allow its denial to be endured. You should be proud of what you accomplished today, even if it is too late to benefit the poor woodsmen who fell so many years ago. Their story should not be buried under the corruptions of Mirkwood, for they were heroes, and the truth deserves to be woven into song, not forgotten as the murderers would wish. Guilt and denial are the cruelest of enemies, my friend. You did well to fight them with such vigilance. And I think looking at the clock on the wall, I do believe I'm going to go ahead and take my leave as well. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. We had a good time. We had great fun. Killed a lot of wraiths. My God, a lot of wraiths. But we did well. And we definitely made some progress in the Mirkwoods, especially in the Dower Stocks area. Got to collect a whole bunch of stuff for Bingo Boffin. He wants to make a first breakfast, so I guess that'll be our next task will be to try to find all of those items and complete some other quests along the way. The next time I'll be doing Lord of the Rings Online will be Monday for MMO Monday, and my next stream will be this Sunday for SWTOR Sunday, and we'll be continuing the Jedi Counselor campaign. Things are getting very interesting there, so I hope you guys join me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And it's great to see you too, Mythic. Been a long time, my friend. Don't be such a stranger. And the rest of you guys, take care. And I'll see y'all very, very soon.